When I set up my money stack to move monthly, I did a deep dive into how money flows, not just in terms of savings or investments, but how to build systems that let me make moves with confidence and predictability every single month. But here's the catch. I'm not going to be pushing any affiliate commissions or sponsorships in this video. No hidden agendas, no fluff, just the pure strategy of how I set up a money system that moves every month, and how you can do it too. If you're thinking this sounds too good to be true, trust me, I get it. But stick with me, because I'm going to show you a real system that works. You see, the way most people think about money is way too static. They save here, they invest there, and they hope for the best. But the problem is, they don't have a predictable, active approach to their money flow. And that's exactly what we're going to fix. For me, the first step was setting up a series of income streams that all hit at different times. The goal? Get money moving regularly. I didn't want to rely on just one big paycheck or a single source of passive income. That's why I set up multiple accounts. One for monthly cash flow, one for investments, one for unexpected expenses, and a couple for long-term growth. Then I set a strict automation system. Every month, without fail, a chunk of my income goes straight into each account. The trick is to make sure you don't have to think about it. If you can automate the flow of your money, you can focus on what actually matters: growing your business, increasing your income, or just enjoying life without worrying about the money in your bank account. Now, the next thing I did was to put the money in each account to work. You're probably thinking, but isn't that what you're already doing with investments? Yes, but here's where it gets interesting. I don't just throw money into a generic investment account and forget about it. I break it down into different categories based on risk tolerance and growth potential. The high-risk stuff gets a little more attention. The safer, more predictable investments get set to autopilot. That way, I always have a good mix of both stability and growth. And while we're on the topic of growth, I'll tell you something I learned the hard way. It's not just about diversifying where you put your money, but diversifying when you make those moves. I set up regular reviews of my investments to make sure I'm not just sitting back, hoping for the best. Every few months, I sit down and reassess everything. If something isn't working, I move it. But if it is working, I let it ride and continue feeding it with more capital. Here's where the big lesson comes in. It's not just about saving or investing. It's about creating systems that are flexible enough to allow for growth, but disciplined enough to keep you on track. If I could sum it up in one sentence: move with purpose, automate with precision, and grow steadily. You might be wondering, but how do I start? Well, the first step is simple. Set up accounts that give you flexibility but also force you to make those monthly moves automatically. Whether it's through investing, savings, or side hustles, the idea is to start with a small amount, then grow it over time. The next step is to prioritize, know where your money is working best for you, and double down there. And finally, set up a review system. Don't let the money stack get stagnant. Keep making sure it's moving, just like I've been doing for years now. Now, if you got value from this video and you want more content that isn't driven by affiliate commissions, consider subscribing. I'm here to show you real, actionable advice with no hidden motives. That way, you can continue making moves and building your wealth with confidence.